back with Doc Chambers. We've had him on the show before, but he was kind enough to give us some time and tell us what's going on the ground in Kerrville. Doc, I've spent some time down there myself. Had a son go to the Military Academy Prep School there at the university. I forgot the name of it, but tell us what's going on the ground there.
Roger that. So right now we're search and rescue is continuing for any existing children from specifically over a little bit west of here in Hunt, but also there's other people in the periphery that we just haven't got to. And I'm watching, game wardens. I'm not stopping them, but they're pulling boats out. It looks like they went till about 7 this morning on the rivers, but there's other elements. They're rotating out with Texas Military Department, the Zodiacs with those guys. Those are little rubber rigid inflatable boats. So right now we are in Kerrville, which is one of the center points of this thing, but there's more of a concern right now with the watershed effect and also the weather, the way it played a role last night. What happened in the middle of the night is we had a big dump of rain over east of here on Lake Travis and Marble Falls. And so those two lakes were really low before, so they should be able to hold what they've got and fill back up. There were a lot of docks sitting on dry land at that time, so we're watching that. Not getting any more reports of children being found from the Camp Mystic resort or campground. So we'll be going there after this, and we'll be able to report that as well. So be on the lookout on on our X page is really where we're putting the information out. But right now it's just been a long night, but more just search and rescue over the evening hours, and it kind of makes it a little easier for some of the guys with regard to that, because they can use the thermals and be able to see people out there at night. So sometimes those stand out. So that was a positive, but I do not have any reports of anybody being picked up.
So our good friend Michael Yan is saying there may have been some water infrastructure removed around these areas. Do you know anything about that?
Water infrastructure, you mean
as in infrastructure is trying to control the water flow that may have impacted this? I don't have any information on that. I'm very much at the tactical level right now in the dirt, so to speak. We will be assessing that. I do have a team of analyst type folks that are lending their expertise. We'll be able to report that, but I'll ask them the question. We'll find that out. So how can people help the efforts on the ground, what you're doing and everybody else?
Good copy. Yeah. So, the Remnant Ministry TX.org is our organization. This is something that we started, a few years back, counter human trafficking team, but also humanitarian response. We were in North Carolina and fires in North Texas. So the Remnant Ministry TX.org is the way that people can donate. It's right now, it's so pinpoint that bringing more people out here is not going to be, if I say, bring us stock trailers for cattle, we'll have 200 of them here in an hour. So we don't want to block up the humanitarian side of this. The animal stuff will come, but we're just still such in the early phase. So I'm not the command and control on that. That's the EOC's Emergency Operations Centers out of Kerrville, Kerr County. So those folks are doing a great job. Texas Military Department is out here, and so is the Texas Department of Emergency Management, doing a pretty good job.
So you think you're getting enough support from the state at this point in what's happening?
Yeah, and typically in these things, you're going to see the citizens are going to just rise up, and they did. Texas rose, and that's a great thing. Just like North Carolina, the Appalachian folks did the same thing. I think they had a harder response. It was so remote out there. This is so accessible by highway that it won't be the same response. But however, it is kind of a microcosm of the same situation out there with Hurricane Helene, is just from experience of me being a lot of these things.
Yeah, that river runs right through Kerrville. I remember that well.
Yes, anyway. those riverbacks. We just drove over the bridge where the park there is not submerged right now, but it was yesterday.
Anything else you want to get out, Doc?
No, sir. I just say, anybody in these further downstream from this stuff, I think we still have the potential for crests. Matter of fact, the crest at San Saba just went by us, and that was at approximately 30-something feet crest. So that means, from the river's bottom to the top. So it did crest pretty high about an hour ago, but so far no reports of anything, because they did evacuate, and they did a good job.
Doc P. Chambers, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate your time, man. Take care.
Roger that, brother.
All right, ciao.